What's good, y'all? It's your girl Do City. You know I'm back with another video. And if y'all want to get hot, come roll with me, man. I'm gonna need all of y'all that's watching this video to really update me on why everybody is really going off on Fat Joe. I'm hearing a lot of different things. Fat Joe is, the big R word. Y'all calling him a racist. You know what I'm saying? And I think it has a lot to do with the Math Hoffer interview. Now, I'm going to be real with you, man. This is my true reaction. Like, when I do these videos, sometimes I go and check out the topic, and like see, all right, boom, do I even want to talk about this on my channel? But this is one of those that I actually went and I did some digging a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I understood kind of from both parts on why Fat Joe is saying what Fat Joe is saying, and then why Tariq Nasheed and him have a little beef. I guess this beef really has to do with hip-hop, right? Who was the founders of hip-hop? Fat Joe stand on the side that Puerto Ricans help hip-hop, founded hip-hop as well. But the other side is, no, like, hip-hop was founded on the backs of blacks. And, I hear a lot of people even talk crazy about immigrants and, oh, you're not Black American, but they don't want to talk about how hip hop was really founded on the backs of a Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? But we're not really here to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Jamaicans. Them, as I said in my last video, I am big Black Power. And I just really wanted to see what the big issue was, with what he said, right? So let's get into the video.
Bye. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't Black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean...
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Oh, man, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story. This was whoopity-doop-wop. Yo, bro. These rumors were made by these rumors.
I see a lot of people going in on Fat Joe right now, calling him a racist, and just a bunch of different things. I'm gonna be real with y'all. The only problem that I have with what Fat Joe is saying, and I've also seen people say this, like try to use the word teeter, like for people who they're saying that is like in between, right? And I seen people even say this like, oh, stay out of black people business when you say like you from another country. I remember I was talking about, I forgot what topic I was speaking about on my last channel, and somebody in the comments told me to stay out of black African Americans business, right? And I be laughing because I'm Jamaican, y'all, but I got Africa tatted on my forearm, right? Because I always felt like we're all from Africa. It didn't matter, like, I was born in Jamaica. I felt like my energy, my soul, my existence is from the motherland. So I've always felt like that growing up. You know what I mean? Coming to New York, though, New York is the melting pot of all cultures. Now, when it comes down to hip-hop, where was hip-hop founded? Bronx, New York. They talk so crazy about the Bronx, right? But the Bronx brought so much amazing things to the culture, man. They talk so crazy about the Bronx, but we not done yet, y'all, because I don't really want to go off on a tangent. Tariq Nasheed spoke out about, because he is the founder of Foundational Blacks, right? Now, that is a place where, like, I don't want to say a place, but that's basically, he's the leader of that, right? The coalition of blacks, right? Where, reparations, they speak highly about, just black rights. And so it's like, it's hard for me to really fight with what y'all want me to fight with when y'all already isolate and y'all already demonize people that is not African Americans, right? Even if they're, and it's not like I agree with Fat Joe, like, it's just, he has a point. Like, Fat Joe has a point when he was saying, like, anybody who's not African American, they basically talk crazy about, and they don't have no respect for us. Like, I've heard so much people try to tell immigrants and, like, black immigrants from all the island countries that we're not black. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all try to say, like, this is kind of like the verbiage that goes around. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have already issues within our own community. So it's like, how could we fight against the white supremacy when our own people are telling us that we don't belong? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of those where it's like,
right? So
right message, wrong messenger. It's one of those. Y'all gonna kill me in these comments, but they're just comments. You know what I'm saying? None of that matters because God knows where my heart is. Like, it's real. Like, it's like right message, wrong messenger kind of thing. That's just how I'm looking at it. But Lord Jamar asked for people to boycott Fat Joe. We finna listen to Tariq Nasheed speak about the backlash that Fat Joe received after the Math Hoffer interview was posted. But Math Hoffa, he does like a little Vlad thing where he posts the interviews in clips. So he didn't necessarily take down the whole interview. I believe he just took down that clip of Fat Joe going in about the FBA. But let's get to it.
A white Latino using the N-word over and over again, and he's in a room full of Caribbeans. Our brother Math Hoffa, massive delineation movement, just Fat Joe sitting up there, a white Latino using the N-word over and over again, and he's in a room full of Caribbeans. Our brother Math Hoffa, he's Caribbean. From what I understand, many of the other gentlemen in the room were Caribbean, and a lot of people felt a certain way about that too. They felt like, okay, these guys are kind of cock-con and kikiing when this white Latino is talking greasy.
See, I don't like that he tried to put that on Caribbeans being okay with non-black people saying the N-word. Like, no, like, that's not just a Caribbean thing. That's a black thing. Like, a lot of people, black people, pick and choose who they want to say the N-word. Oh, yeah, I grew up with Buddy over here. Oh, yeah, White Chocolate been part of my hood. He could say it because we grew up together. All in California right now, it's a bunch of Hispanics using the N-word. And you want to know what people come online and say why they use the N-word? Oh, because he grew up in my neighborhood. Oh, because, yeah, they just like us. They from the hood. They can use it. I never thought it was okay for other people, as far as people that's not black, to use the N-word. I also feel like the N-word is derogatory depending on how you use it, right? But it's like he tried to make that like a West Indian thing. I don't like that. And
a room full of Caribbeans, which is what a lot of people from our lineage has been saying. There's a lot of little secret vitriol there. You understand? And the backlash got so bad, our brother Math Hoffa had to take that video down. He had to take it down. Yeah, the backlash, I don't think Fat Joe was expecting that. I don't think Joe was expecting that. Yeah, there's no small group of anything. There's 43 million foundational black Americans, and they kind of feel a certain way about the actions of a white Latino who's running around here trying to pull rank among black people. After you've been eating on foundational black American culture for this long. This is why they keep trying to crowbar this thing where they created hip-hop 50-50 so they can't look like they're leeching off of foundational black American culture. And again, they're still upset over the film Microphone Check. The movie Microphone Check shut down a lot of those lies. The movie Microphone Check cleared up a lot of lies and rumors, and they cannot sit here and try to use the, well, you, Tariq, y'all ain't from New York. It's a New York thing. You say if you ain't from New York, you can't speak on it. We got a film full of New Yorkers particularly people from the Bronx, particularly the people who were the pioneers, who were there at the beginning, who told the truth about the beginning of hip hop, and it was not 50-50. It wasn't 50-50. Now we got to understand Fat Joe. People have accused him of being a pathological liar. A lot of these non-FBA people who come from these Caribbean and African backgrounds, unfortunately, lying is kind of a standard practice. This is why a lot of these places are in shambles to the point where they have to flee and their families have to leave, because nobody can build enough trust with each other to stand on business and build an infrastructure the way they need to, because everybody's lying, scheming, scamming. Unfortunately, not all of them, but way too many. Then they'll bring that lying, scheming, scamming disposition over here among us, and we're just not having it. Now with Fat Joe and the people who support him, because here's another thing, as this stuff is being posted on different social media sites, one thing you'll notice, a lot of Caribbeans, a lot of dark, melanated Caribbeans are sitting up here co-signing Fat Joe. Yep, we agree with Fat Joe. I hate them FBAs. I stand with Fat Joe. Fat Joe ain't it. I mean, those FBAs ain't it. We stand with Fat Joe. Fat Joe telling the truth. So a lot of these Negroid Caribbeans, and some Africans too. Some of y'all Africans are siding with Fat Joe too, and lying with them. Y'all spreading lies with them. One lie is basically saying that Foundation of Black Americans is some kind of group and organization. That's the one lie. Second lie is that there's a leader. Me, I'm the leader. That's another lie.
Okay.
Another lie, they start talking about we're Trump voters. Yeah, there's a bunch of Trump voters, and that FBA, they all of them be voting for Trump. That's another damn lie.
Well, I ain't gonna hold you, Mr. Tariq Nasheed. When I was on Twitter looking, like, just doing my little research, a bunch of people that was for the FBA was saying, like, I looked into their bio and it definitely said Republican. It definitely said Republican. It definitely had Trump in the bio. Like, and that's just me doing my little research. Now, I'm not saying all of them is Trump supporters and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, like, that. So it doesn't, like, I'm like, how could you, when I seen that, I was so surprised too. I was like, how are you talking about saving us black folks? But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be a bunch of BS. Anyways.
There's 43 million Foundation of Black Americans. The majority of them vote Democrat. So that's a lie. More lies. And they wanted to lie about hip hop. And the thing is, we're not accepting lies. Number one, there was no Puerto Rican and black creating hip hop 50-50. That's a lie. The Puerto Ricans were not there in the beginning helping to create hip hop. That's a lie. There were no Puerto Ricans rapping in the early 70s or before. If they say they were, that's a lie. They were not DJing then, that's a lie. They were not b-boying then, they came later. All of that is a lie to say they were. And then when you point out that they weren't there in the very beginning, and you can show the pioneers who were there, they started to lie on some of the early pioneers by saying that they were Puerto Rican. Like the first b-boys, Sasa and Trixie. They used to run around here lying that Sasa and Trixie were Puerto Rican. Both of those men are in microphone check. They said, no, we're not no Puerto Rican. We're from South Carolina. We're from the Carolinas. Not only are we not Puerto Rican, when we were dancing, wasn't no Puerto Ricans around. They said this in microphone check. Then they tried to lie. Crazy Legs went on Drink Champs and told that lie that Disco King Mario, who's a very, very unsung pioneer of hip hop, he lied and said he was Puerto Rican. We had Mario's family in microphone check. We ain't Puerto Rican. Nobody.
Yeah, and he's right about that. I seen that video of Mario's family. They were saying, like, He was never he's actually black. He was just like, light skin or whatever. And then also he was smashing all the Latinas. So, and his like close, I think his DJ partner, something like that, they were Puerto Rican. So it's like he hung around all the Puerto Ricans, so everyone thought that he was Puerto Rican himself. I mean, that's what I seen that video.
Everybody in our family is Puerto Rican. We all black people from North Carolina. We have to clear up lies. We're not going to let people just go out here lying their asses off just for the hell of it. Those days are over. Those days are over. We're not letting people lie. And Fat Joe was talking about, FBAs are racist. Yeah, these are some black radical racists and all of this stuff because we ain't letting people lie. No, we're not racist because we're checking people and their lies. You're not going to lie indefinitely. Yeah, because Trixie was light-skinned, they tried to make him Puerto Rican. No. That man said, I am not no Puerto Rican.
I'm crying. Jokes on the shit. Hey.